What's up, guys? A roulette battle today versus Demigod from TeamUber and YouTube. He also taped this, so be sure to check his version out. He leads with Warrior's Wife, and I got the Uber Shark, aka Garchomp lead. I predicted switch out, so I Swords Danced up, and now I use Fire Fang, which should do good damage even to stun me because I'm 2 attack stages up. But I get the lucky crit, which was just yes baby, because it means since this is a roulette battle and he has no specific counters for Garchomp, he's needing a Sash Pokemon or some really big luck hacks, or I'm going to win this 6-0. And it would have literally been a insanely fast 6-0 sweep. King just gets obliterated by Dragon Claw and has no Sash. And his Heracross comes in, which is Scarfed. And as I said, this would have been so fast at 6-0, I wouldn't even have uploaded it maybe, but the Goddess of Luck Hacks just did not want that to happen, so he crits me with Close Combat from Scarf Cross, which blew, and we have 1 crit apiece now. I knew it wasn't going to be that easy. That was just too good to be true. So anyway, I substitute. I brought in Jumpluff, which is just the cutest shit ever. I was really pleased when I got this in the roulette battle setup. I substitute up because I predicted his obvious switch out, and I sleep powdered Entei. And Warrior's Wife comes back in, which is really stupid because this is just going to be a huge stall match, and I do not want that to happen. So I U-turn out, doing some damage to Warrior's Wife in the process. And I have to think a bit here what I bring in. Remember, she's seated. So while Blissey Seismic tosses me, I bring in my Muck. And looking at the 5 Pokemon he has so far, nothing can really stop my Muck after a Curse. So unless he has a 6 Pokemon which can, I'm pretty well done for the sweep here. But guess what? He brings us a Tyranitar. Just the most uber of uberness of Pokemon after Garchomp, which I brought. Hey. He brings in Demigod, aka Tyranitar, and I'm left for no option here but to explode because I have no other move that touches him. Poison is not very effective. So explosion after Curse, despite being not very effective, does pretty darn good damage, 75% around that. So Tyranitar severely weakened, but my Muck is gone, and I really like my Muck, so that pissed me off. So now I bring out my Azelf, which makes this a win-win situation for me because U-turn kills Tyranitar and deals damage to anything else and makes me be able to see his next switch and act accordingly. Blissey comes back in, and Blissey's just really annoying. And now my trump card comes in, my beastly Steelix. Look at him. Golden and just beastly. Just one of my favorite Pokemon, this guy. Anyway, looking at what he has, and with Entei being asleep, I literally... Steelix is a god in this match. I mean, I do not know how the hell he's going to want to beat me. I think he's just trying to Seismic Toss, so I'll just use my strongest stab move, which is Earthquake. And I have some attack EVs, so that would have done a lot to Blissey, but he does really well, and he brings in Heracross, which resists Earthquake, and thus takes very little damage from it, considering. But I knew he was Scarfed, and Steelix's defense is just uberly uber. So he doesn't get the stupid crit this time, and Gyro Ball annihilates him completely. Would have probably one-hit KO'd. Anyway, Tyranitar comes back in, and unless he has Fire Blast or so, he can't really OKO me. But yet again, I did not take into account the Goddess of Luck hacks, which helped him once more and critted my Steelix to death, which really sucked again. I'm starting to get pissed at this roulette battle, but it is pretty funny. U-turn is a win-win move, as I already said, and even though the anti-switch-in was predictable, I was willing to accept it because Stealth Rock does a lot of damage every time anti comes in, so that's cool for me. Now I have to think a bit more, and I figure anti hasn't slept at all yet, so he will sleep at least a turn. For everyone's information, this was my first ever Weavile, I think. It has counter, Swords Dance, Ice Punch, and Night Slash, and is focus sashed. So yeah, don't ask me about that. Turns out the bastard wakes up first turn and kills me. That that was just too much. That is just leaving me pissed. I mean, what the fuck? My stupid counter Weavile was gone right away. I should have countered, but the Sandstorm took away my sash, so that blew ass. It really blew. This match just took a turn for the worse for me. Now I have to bring in Jumpluff, and Jumpluff is just an amazing Pokemon. It rapes him in this match completely, you know. He just can't deal with it. I substitute, and finally, for once, Entei sleeps and stays asleep. You have to add that Sleep Powder hasn't missed yet, and I used it twice so far, so that's pretty cool too. I Leech Seed him up. He's asleep again, so that's cool, and it means that now if he stays in, he has no hope of succeeding whatsoever, because Leech Seed is just slowly going to kill him completely. So the switch out's pretty obvious. I Leech Seed again because of that, and because I had nothing else anyway. I wouldn't have U-turn on Entei, obviously. Blissey comes back in, just a pain in the butt, especially in roulette battles where you obviously can't control if you have physical or special sweepers or whatever, so it's a really pain in the ass. Now is happening what I wanted to prevent at the beginning of the battle. A huge stall war is about to start if I stay in. And at the moment, I don't see another option for myself. I have to stay in. Look at this. The point is, my sub takes HP away from me, and Leech Seed brings everything back, so I can sub endlessly until my PP goes out. So this would have been a huge PP war. I'm in no mood for that. This is a roulette battle, so I'm just going to U-turn out here. And it does decent damage to Blissey before going. Remember, she's still seated, so the risk of bringing herself in is not too big, because Leech Seed will give me a lot of what I lost back. So that was cool. Now I'm just going to U-turn again. I figure he thinks I'm exploding, and he actually told me he thought I was, but I don't have explosion on this Zelf. So I U-turned. And that's cool because Entei, as said before, takes Stealth Rock damage, and it means I can just bring Jumpluff back in. The roulette battles are really cool if you have a lot of Pokemon with U-turn, because since Stealth Rock is not as likely to be up, you can just do it a lot. You can switch around a lot. That's one of the fun parts of roulette battling in general. You know, there's a lot of new alternatives and other common stuff that isn't there. But there's some stuff which seriously fucks you. Anyway, he wakes up again, obviously, first turn or second turn, I don't remember. He must have, I'm pretty fucking sure at this point that he hacked early bird ability on all of his Pokemon. You know, it has to. I don't see another way. So, that hacker, no. I'm just kidding. Anyway, Sleep Powder does not miss. Because if it had missed, I would have just, I don't know, broken my DS, because I would probably have lost if it misses. And now I'm just seating his ass. He won't wake up first turn, and the C damage means that he's almost dead. He would have been dead, but stupid leftover recovery comes before the C damage, meaning he lives with like 1 HP, and I have to get my sub taken off in turn for his death. Now he has two options, both of which are obvious. Either bring Tyranitar in and let it die and hope Blissey can somehow handle his elf, or bring Blissey in, which would have been kind of weird because I remember I can Sleep Powder him again and own his ass. So Tyranitar dies to the U-turn even with my crappy ass attack, and his elf comes back in. Lucy takes a self-lock damage and dies from U-turn again. So good game, Demigod. Really funny, and tune in next time, guys. Make sure you subscribe and comment and all that shit. Bye.